What's going on, my MoJo Ninja family? Hey, today, I figured I'd do a little bit something different today because it's been a long week. Your boy been working Sunday through Friday for the past like 3-4 weeks. So the time for recording has not been plentiful. But today, I'm actually gonna prep up to do another install. It's one that I've been waiting to do for a while now. But till we get there, because the time has been so kind of short this week, because it's been crazy at work, I figured we'll do a little talk and I'll tell y'all how I spent about 4K on exterior mods. Now, I'm gonna have a couple of honorable mentions as far as for how to get there. Just different routes you can go just off the things that I have on my car. So let me not hold y'all up any longer, and let's go ahead and let's get into the first list. All right, man, so I'm gonna try and do this in some kind of order. I got my cheat sheet, dog. So the total for this list, this is my first list. This is more of a list if you want to get like a whole bunch of stuff, how you can spend it on the exterior of your car to change how it looks and just, really change how the car looks on the outside, the feel and all of that. So this list, I got 13 items on this list, and it's $3,994.05. Cutting it close, fool. But anyway, the first thing I got on my list is the Flow Designs lip kit. Now that Flow Designs lip kit, man, it is a solid lip kit, man. It looks good. It really changed. It's not too flashy like in your face, but it's just enough to make a subtle change to the car where it looks really clean and it's not too, all up in your face or bringing too much attention. It's giving you just the right amount of attention all the way around the car. Now, mind you, I didn't get the rear spats because I chose a different route because I didn't want to go complete all of that way, but I kind of like what I got going on right now. Item number 2 on my list would be the wide angle mirrors. Now, the wide angle mirrors that I got on the car, dude, man, when I tell you it changes everything about how you can see who's on the side of you, who's behind you. It gives you a broader picture. Now, there's 2 types you can get. You get the one where it's already clear. Me, I chose the one that's blue just for the simple fact that when light hits it, it kind of diffuses it a little bit so you don't get you don't get blinded too much. But I do like the tint on there. Just something different. Trying to be different. But that was a really good mod. Oh, you know what? I didn't even tell you how much the Flow Designs. Flow Designs, I spent $1,019.04 on that. And for the wide angle mirrors, it's $193.77. That's what I spent on that. I'm gonna try and give y'all these prices on these things as I go. All right, next on my list, item number 3 is the JD Muscle front grille. Now, I've tried a couple of front grills as y'all know, and the purpose for that grill is, one, it was paint matched, so I like the way that looks even better. And the grill, I like the grill on there because it lets more air inside to, cool off stuff like your radiator. And it gets more air inside the engine bay. Plus it opens it up even more because, I got that little compressive tuning radiator shroud. It's got the little air swoop that pushes the air right into the air duct. Got that in there, so that kind of helps that out more. Plus, I also have it because I wanted to make sure that we could see the lower class garage crossbeam. So, yeah. The JDM Muscle grill was about $274.55. So, there's that. All right, next on my list here. So, let me see here what we got. This is gonna be item number 4. I got the Acon DRL headlights. Now the DRL headlights, man, when I tell you that really changed how the front of the car looks, because I know I could have peeled mine apart and then painted them, but I didn't want to touch anything. I wanted the stock stuff to stay stock, so if I wanted to put it back on there that I could. So I wanted something different, and the DRL headlights, man, those things really changed how the front end of the car looks, man. And then they were a decent price, because the other lights that they got out there, man, are super expensive. And then again, I didn't really like the way they looked too much because it kind of took away from the body lines as far as how the front of the car looks. And the DRL, the Acon DRL headlights kind of kept everything, kept the lines where I wanted them to be. So there was that. And those things were $432.99. Yeah. Next on my list is going to be the Diode Dynamics fog lights. Now the fog lights that I have are the SS3, which are the yellow ones, and I think you can choose between yellow and clear. I know you just different ranges as far as for how the light output of them are, but these, you didn't have to modify anything. They fit in there perfectly. It was plug and play, and plus it really increases your visibility at nighttime. It's something about yellow fog lights that really cut through the fog. You can see everything. You can see bugs flying in front of your car at nighttime. So for that, you know, that changes how the car looks, especially at night, and how you can see it. It helps you out with visibility. Plus it makes the car look kind of funky. You know what I mean? And those were like 200 bucks. So another good buy on that one. Okay. So next up on my list is the OLM Vortex generator. Now for that one, there's like the OEM you can get for the car, and for me that one just looked it looks a little too slim, and I really didn't like it. I mean, it doesn't look bad, it's cool and it's subtle, but the OLM one is wider. The fins on the back are taller. Plus, it's real easy to install. Installing it by yourself, it's made to fit exactly on there. It fits around a little antenna. It just slides around that thing, fits perfectly. It's been running flawless. I haven't had any issues with it. So, and then it also changes how the outside of the car looks. It looks that much more aggressive, you know. So, you know, for me, it depends on who you are and what you like. For me, I like that, you know, but it is an option. So you can get that. So that thing was $115.94 for that one. And next on the list, I have the 3A motor paint match duckbill spoiler. Now that the duckbill spoiler, I tried one other thing on there, but it was cool, but it just didn't look like it's supposed to fit. It bulged out, and it was okay though. It looked good when I first got it. So no, I'm not unhappy that I bought it, but when I saw this 3A motor paint match duckbill spoiler, which was $189.43. When I saw that thing, I was like, man, you know, my boy, you know, Ron from Portland, he had it on this car, man. That thing looked housey. So I said, man, I got to have that thing, dude. So I said, man, let me get it. And sure enough, when I got it, man, it fits perfect. I had no issues with installing. The only issues I had was taking the stock bolts off of there because them things broke just trying to take them off of there. So I don't know what was up with that. I'm almost wanting to say that they cross-threaded them things and they put them on there from the factory and they just broke off. But got past that, dude. Got this on there. I don't ever really plan on putting that thing back on there anyway. And Flies is out here. Since we still back here in the rear of the car, let's go ahead and let's talk about the Racing rear tow hook. Now that thing is it's just beautiful, man. What a beautiful thing to put on the car, man. It's the amount of detail and that they put into that thing, and the fact that it's that gray, because you know, I don't know what it is, dog. Man, gray. The color gray is just, you got me, dog. But it looks good on the back of the car, man. Plus, it is actually functional and it works. Easy to put on there, and you know, when we did ours, which I owe y'all some paint. I know. I gotta paint that, and I want to paint something else as well. So that video is gonna be coming to here pretty soon. It's getting warm enough to the fact that now I can kind of get the paint to kind of separate and mix up, and it'll adhere and dry properly. So that's coming soon too. So we're gonna be doing that. Now that thing is pretty pricey, but what you get for the price, man, dude, oh my God. Plus I got mine was on sale. Yeah, so try and look for them sales, dude. They do them. But this one was, when I got mine, it was $220.02. Not saying that the sale made it that much cheaper, but it made it cheap enough to where you ain't I think it's more closer to $300 or something like that. But yeah. And like since we still back here in the back of the car, so I have the JDM sequential Subi Speed tail lights. Now, oh my God, dude. Tail lights. Man, them things are so expensive, but God dang, them things look good, dude. I love them. Another one of my favorite external mods that I put on there, because the body lines, it really fits in with that. It's got the little thing on the side. where it just, man, that thing, it just looks good, man. I don't know. I like it, but it is expensive. So what I spent on that thing is $578.77. So if you're interested in that, pick those up, man. They've been working flawlessly, had no issues with them. I think I had to get the turn signal module for the hyper blinking, but other than that, man, perfect. All right, so now going all the way up to the front of the car, we have another, I really got this mod because I like the way it looked, the lower class front full cross beam, a cross brace. That thing, and that's what I'm saying, that's one of the main reasons why I got the front grille, because it allowed you to see it a little bit better. But you can get it paint matched to whatever color you want. Or me, I just picked the color that they already had, the way then I didn't have to wait as long, because it is a pretty long wait to get it. I think whenever you order it, they make them to order now. They make the full one and they make the half one. So if you got a front mount intercooler, they got you covered there as well. That thing at the time, and they do sales on those too. So it's good to keep your eye on it. Check when they got a sale and then knock it out then. And another thing, the best time to get it is usually when they have a whole lot of people that's ordering for them, because they kind of do them in batches. So goodbye, man. And the fact that it does stiffen up the front end a little bit, so it does help from a performance standpoint, but I mainly got it because I like the way it looked. Yeah, that one was $291.19. The next, if this is for this mod was more as if you wanna, wheels are expensive, tires are expensive, god dang, they're expensive. But the next mod I have on here is the Roblox 20 millimeter spacers. Now I have Faction Fab and I have Roblox, but when I got the Roblox, I found the Roblox were a little less expensive than the Faction Fab, and they do the same thing, and they're more readily available, because I had to wait for the Faction Fab ones. So instead of waiting, because I really wanted to get those and put them on the car, I went that route, the way I got a chance to test out both of them. Nothing was wrong with the Faction Fab, trust me. I mean, if I could have got the Faction Fab, I would have got those too. But like I said, it was on a pretty bad back order. So I just wanted to get them on the car just so I can get the wheels spaced out a little bit. And this is more along the line, if you have stock wheels and you don't want to get wheels and tires, the stock wheels, it'll push them out to where you have a little bit of poke and you have some pretty, good fitment on there, especially depending on the tires that you put on there. So there's that. Next, another one from Roblox is the mud flaps. Now, that's just kind of a staple with Subarus and all of that. But for me, I wanted the lowered ones because I didn't want them to be that, just that huge on there, just the way that they look. I wanted them to be like a subtle mud flap on there. They'll do their job, but they don't have to be hanging all down or anything like that. Plus, at that time, and even now, I'm still on the fence, baby, about lowering the car, because they're meant for lowered cars, because they sit up a little bit. So if you lower your car, your mud flaps ain't just dragging and clapping on to everything that's on the ground. So that's kind of the reason why I got those. And then the final thing on this list, and those were $99. The spacers were $289.90. I didn't tell y'all that, man. I'm tripping, dog. And the mud flaps were $99.95. So the last thing on this list, which is a list of 13 items, this is number 13, is the Noble 1.0 rain guards, and those are $88.55. Now I got those on there, and I'm gonna tell you, I did have an opportunity, because it's been raining and stuff pretty bad. I like the way these are performing. I like the way they look, and I've really gotten used to how they look on the car. So they're pretty aggressive. They're not as plain looking. So if you want something a little different, those to me are the route to go. Now there is a company that has carbon fiber ones, and I was really thinking about those, but god dang, them things expensive, and it may be too much carbon fiber. I might be going too far with it. Even though on a gray car like I have, it's easy for it to just kind of flow in. So that's my list. That list altogether was $3,994.05. That's that one. So now let me give you my honorable mentions. Okay, so this list, I'm gonna kind of run through all the things I've already named on here before, but this list, it only has 7 items on it. They're gonna get smaller and smaller because it's how expensive these items are. But I'm trying to show you different ways you can spend $4K on the car and change how it looks externally, at least just things that I've done to try and change how my car looks. It depends on how aggressive you want your car to look, depending on what you choose to do. You can do what you want. You ain't got to get the things I have. But me, it's just to give you an idea of kind of what you'll be spending for certain components on the exterior of the car. So this is my list number 2. This list was $3,941.19. And it's compiled with the Flow Designs lip kit, wide angle mirrors, Acon DRL headlights, the Diode Dynamics fog lights, the 3A motor paint matched duckbill spoiler, and the 2 new things on here that I have is the Circuit Performance CSF1 wheels. Those are the wheels that I have on the car, and those wheels were like $199 each. So those came out all together for all 4 with tax, $865.96. And I got them off Amazon, and they look good, and they got to me pretty quick. So then for me, and then I wrapped those in the Continental Extreme Contact DWS 06 Plus tires. And those, I wanted to get the Michelins, but god dang, man. These altogether were $1,040.80. So that's another route that you could go to get those. And like I said, it's less items. The only thing that's killing is just, because when you get wheels on the car, that really changes how your car looks when you get your wheels. Your wheels and tires, they really set it off. Plus, you want to do stuff like that before you lower your car anyway. That way you can kind of really work on how it fits. And then the third list I have on there, this one has 5 items on there. Yeah, it's getting lower and lower. But these things you can have, they got the Flow Designs lip kit. So that's a must. That's kind of like the seasoning. Then you got your Acon DRL headlights, your JDM sequential super speed tail lights, so you can change that, and then the wheels and the tires. See, and that that total was $3,936.76. You see how quickly that got there? But that's because of the wheels and really the tires. And it's crazy that the tires cost more than the wheels, but hey, that's how it goes. So that's kind of the list that I have. You can mix it up any old kind of way, or you can get any other things that you want to get. Maybe at some point I do the same thing on the engine bay or something like that, or even the interior. But let's go over to the bench and let's kind of finish this thing up. All right, y'all, so that's kind of the list that I came up with. And the other list I did was just more of a tax time, and it was kind of all over the place. But I kind of structured this list around just external mods and stuff like that. Later on, we could probably do something on, like I said, the engine bay and maybe the interior, but I haven't really went too crazy on the interior. So I kind of need to get some more stuff for there and kind of do some work up in there, because that's where you're going to spend the most of your time at in the car, and you'll, notice that stuff and be able to put your hands on it. But again, I also wanted to thank y'all, man, because we are getting extremely close, dog. Extremely close. So right now we at 944 subscribers. Y'all, we can get this done, man. And thank you guys so much. Y'all got me there from the watch hour standpoint, man. Man, thank y'all, man. I couldn't even be at this point without y'all, man. That's why I thank y'all a lot for that, man. I really appreciate it, man. It's just, your boy is getting excited about all this again, and now my schedule changing, and it's getting harder and harder to shoot videos, man. God dang, boy. I'm fighting, man. Tooth and nail. I'm trying to get these videos out, dog. But I got some other stuff planned coming up, and the install I really want to do is I'm wanting to be the next video you see. Dude, I want to install this Perrin oil cooler, dog. I want to put this on there. It's time for oil change too. I was waiting just for that. Look, man, let me show y'all the bench right now, dog. Look at it. It's time, baby. Got my oil. Dog, I am ready, man. I'm about to get this in. We about to have some crap-tastic weather this week too. And I got to get tires for the truck, but your boy can't afford to get tires for the truck right now. So with all that rain, that means I have to drive the car, because, man, dude, these tires, god dang, in the rain. Woo-hoo. I'll be all over the place, dog. But not in the bad way. I'll just be ripping the crap out of the car, man. Love it. These tires do extremely well in the rain. I love them, man. I'm happy that I went with these. Now, I haven't tried the missions yet, but maybe I'll do those one day, you know, maybe when I get this promotion and the money starts sprinkling down on me, I can get them. But thank y'all, man. Appreciate y'all if y'all made it this far in the video. Try not to make this thing too long, but I just like chopping it up with y'all, especially how this week has been. Love talking to y'all, man. So appreciate y'all if you made it this far. Hopefully that list kind of gives you ideas on how you could spend your money on certain components and how you want it to look. So you know me, if you ask me a question, man, if I got the answer, man, or I can find the answer or help you get to it, man, you know, I'm gonna reach right back out to you and try and talk to you, man, try and help you out as much as I can. That's why I do this, man. I like it, love it. But thank y'all again, man. Appreciate y'all. If you made it this far in the video, man, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and hit all so you get notified whenever I put out a video. And until that next video, fam, peace.